Hello, everyone. I am Matthew Thomas. This is Super Cool Radio live from Motoblot. And guess what? I'm hanging out with the Vaudettes here. It is day 3 of Motoblot. You guys had 4 killer sets this on Friday and Saturday this whole weekend. Plus, we got the vintage bikini car wash going on right now. You guys have been very busy.
Yes, we have been very busy. 2 sets Friday night, 2 sets yesterday. We were at 5:30 in the afternoon, and then 8 o'clock at night, and we lived our best lives. Over 100 minutes worth of VOD content, and I would say, that's what we live for. We're like, one day we want to do a 90-minute show, and then here we are in like these 4 crazy sets.
Definitely, indeed. And before we really get far in this interview, can you all introduce yourself?
Yes, I am Amy Binder. I run the Vaudettes.
I am Nicole Amber. I'm Cheeky Charlie.
Honeydew, yeah?
And Shaw Guerrero.
Thank you guys so much. As I said, it's awesome to hang out with you guys. Now, for Motoblot, how did you guys prepare for 4 sets in 2 days?
Oh my gosh, let me tell you, it was a journey. It was a lot of work. Luckily, our crew right now, we all have, we call it an amoeba mindset. We all have the same work ethic and the passion and drive to put on the best show possible. So while it was a very tall order and super ambitious for us to do these 4 shows, we all kind of like talked about it, made sure we were on the same page, and that we were going to go for it. And our rehearsals were very intense. I think that they can all
very sweaty.
Yeah,
A lot of sweat.
Like 7+ hours a week.
Yeah, we meet twice a week for 3.5 hours, and we rage the whole time, really.
I can definitely tell you guys put a lot of effort into these sets, and obviously you guys are very, very unique with the sets. I like all the fire you guys use. I think it's badass. How'd you guys come up with that, like the using the fire?
Well, we actually had a wonderful audition one year from Cryptid Kid. They are going to be performing later on tonight. And when we saw what they brought to the table, they opened the world up for us to be able to incorporate fire. And a lot of us, every single one of us has been like, yes, me next, please, and thank you. And so we're really so thankful for them because they bring so much sideshow and we all eat it up and rock it out.
Yeah, you guys definitely pulled off very well. I loved everything you guys did, especially using the sparks with the grinder and all this stuff, all the badass tools, and I won't say weapons, even though they look like that at times.
They're essentially weapons. We have a fire sword. Yeah, that'll do it. And then we have literal swords because Cryptid Kid also sword swallows on stage when we do this. So anything you want, we give it to you.
Now, for you guys, is there like any specific part of the set that is your favorite?
I think we learned that in preparing the 4 separate shows for Motoblot this year is we definitely learned which set was our bread and butter, that we all kind of were like, oh, this is the money show. I mean, they all are, but the thing is when we perform in sunlight, we kind of have to curate that set differently than what we might do in the dark.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
Yes.
So the show we did last night at 8 o'clock incorporated all of the toys, so we had all of our sideshow stuff, all of the big fire, all of like the very sexual stuff. Because there's different layers of sexy that we do. And there's something for everybody too. But when we go like triple X or something, that's been our favorite. That's been our favorite lately.
Yeah. For me, just interacting with the Vaudettes on stage is my favorite part of every show. It's actually being on stage with my friends.
Yeah. I think something that's a true testament to our training as well is we trust each other, and we quite literally say before we go on stage every single time, I have your back. And we quite literally do. Like if anything goes down that's not like meant to happen, we have each other's back. We know how to overcome obstacles in the moment, which it's live entertainment, so anything can really happen.
Definitely. I know for you guys just interacting, like you guys work so well together, just interacting with the whole set.
I think a big testament also is every single person on this squad is fire trained, and not only that, but we give each other our lives all the time with all the dangerous things that we do. And also with dancing, you have to trust your teammates on stage 110%, not only with your body, with consent, but also with what we throw people in the air. We're on chairs, we do tricks, and we have to, we call it amoeba mind, because we all have to be on the same page the whole time.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And for everything to work out so well for you guys this weekend, like you do have to be on the same page to perform, and that goes not just like what you guys do, but also the bands. For everything happening today, everyone has to be on the same page when performing.
Yeah, our chemistry right now, and it's like we're always kind of knocking on wood, and we repeat ourselves a lot with this, but like our chemistry right now is really kind of mind blowing. And so it's just like a blessing that we count every day. We're grateful for it every day because we've all worked in different, theater companies or dance troupes, or we've all been a part of other ensembles, and we know that what we have right now is really unique. And so I think each day that we continue to have together and shows that we continue to book together is really such a privilege, and just filled with gratitude with each one. So the fact that we got so much stage time this weekend, while it was a wild, crazy challenge and we were thrown many obstacles, because of this chemistry and what we have, I think we all just decided we're going to rise to the occasion of it all.
You guys definitely did. I enjoyed I couldn't catch all of your sets, unfortunately, because obviously I was doing all this. But everything I did see last night, I enjoyed. It was a lot of
Matt,
fun.
thank you. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
Now, and that brings me to today, actually, because you guys are part of the Vintage Bikini Bike Wash benefiting Pits for Patriots. So currently, right now, since we are live on Facebook, if anyone hasn't gone down here, what can they expect if they want to get their bike washed?
Oh gosh. Well, if you find yourself out there with a dirty bike, be it a motorbike or just an analog bike, if you find yourself out there feeling dirty yourself, we will wash you if you make a donation to Pits for Patriots. We're going to be out here in the sunshine. It is absolutely gorgeous out here in Chicago. Beautiful weather. Come take some pictures with us. We would love to wash you or your bikes. Whatever you got, bring your dog, bring your wife. I don't know. We'll wash everything.
I don't think I can say it any better. I saw you guys you watched an RV today too, as well. A trailer, yes. So you guys have been staying busy as you guys have been the whole weekend. Now, I do want to talk about you guys are part of the Chris Jericho Cruise. I believe that was earlier this year.
Yeah.
How was that experience?
That experience, it's unlike anything we've ever done. And actually, that was our second time doing it. So it was our second one, and then we are booked to go back in February 2023.
Oh man, well, I'm very happy for you guys. And I do want to ask. I've been mostly interviewing bands. First time interviewing like a burlesque show like the Vaudettes. So awesome first moment here on Super Cool Radio. But it's gonna be a hard question to ask bands. So I'm just gonna ask you guys, what has been your favorite moment from the Vaudettes so far?
Oh boy.
Like at Motoblot.
In general.
Just in general. Well, we'll go down the road.
Okay, I can go first. I know mine for sure was doing the Chris Jericho Cruise this year. That was literally the largest stage I've ever performed on. So it was quite a once in a lifetime experience. I also had never been on a cruise, so that was awesome. But to work with these individuals that that they have your back, and that if anything goes awry on stage, that people have you. That was, I think, my favorite memory so far.
I mean, yes, I get, yeah. My favorite, again, I said this kind of before, my favorite thing and my favorite moment being with the Vaudettes is every moment that we find something new about us. Yeah. Every time we evolve something that we've been working on, not every time you see our show, it's something different. And so it's not even just one moment that is my favorite. It's every new moment is my favorite moment. Yeah. And that's weird and cheesy, but that's what it is. That's my truth.
Love it.
Yeah, I feel like I have to say something similar because as the founder of this company, the evolution that it has taken on since its creation is is pretty inspiring, and new people that have come through are so inspiring. So that's what keeps it evolving also. And for me, I felt an evolution moment happen. We just did a show in Indiana at Hobart Art Theater, and I felt a shift in our growth in that moment. And when I can really like zero in and see it happen, I feel like that's a real highlight in building a company like this.
Yeah, I want to second what Nicole said about Jericho Cruise, because it was absolutely mind blowing how much fun we had. But we were discussing last night after our second set. You know, I started playing with fire personally in a bar that we were performing at in December, and then come to today, you know, like we set each other on fire. I get my inner thighs set on fire on stage. And it comes from being in an ensemble that feels like a family, and being in an environment that feels safe and trusting to do these wild stunts. And it's extremely empowering, and I feel like an absolute rock star when I'm on stage with this group. And it's all the highlight of my life. I absolutely adore everybody.
Oh God, this is the hard part, and it's hard because everybody already said something. But I think last night I had a really special moment because, as we know, in the world we're living in right now, you know, we had, you know, a law passed that directly affects all of us. And when we were dancing to "Killing in the Name of" by Rage Against the Machine, or by "Killing in the Name of," and we were just, fuck you, I won't do what you tell me. We were all screaming at the top of our lungs. We were there to hopefully give comfort and give solidarity to all of the female identifying people out there, and just everybody that needs empowerment and encouragement where this thing threatens us. And so that was one of the highlights just from this weekend. I can't choose another one, but you guys are family. Yes, and our show is sexy and badass, but it's deeper than that. It's so much deeper.
I know it's a hard question. I started using that for this season, but I'm always curious what people, like the memories and takeaways people have from performing. Now, I do want to ask, so obviously you guys incorporate just so much unique and badass stuff. Is there something you want to try but haven't yet on stage? That you can. This gotta be good. That was a collective from all of you guys.
Well, there are some things that we like, set pieces that we would like to build and incorporate more of, which would involve us climbing on them or bringing audience members up to be a part of them. We've had some big set pieces we've worked with in the past. We were new, we built them ourselves, and building isn't our first trade, but so they lasted for a second, and so we want to do more of that, and I think that will be a wild adventure.
Climbing up the walls.
We also have an amazing aerialist, Angela Fernandez, and it's hard to find a bar venue or a venue that will let us rig. So, but that is definitely in the next step, is for us to get the aerial rig up.
In the air.
Yes.
And while we do dump water on ourselves on stage, I think we are still waiting for our flash dance moment.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait for that.
Yes.
Can't wait for that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right. Well, I honestly, you guys got some killer stuff in the works, so I definitely look forward to seeing you guys again. But what do you have planned for the rest of this year? Obviously, we're at the end of June, wrapping up Motoblot. What's next for the Vaudettes for 2022?
Well, actually, in a couple weeks, we're going to be at Live Wire Lounge, doing our full show with White Pony, the Deftones tribute.
Nice.
So we're really excited about that. It's going to be a super sexy night. We've got collaborations with them as well. July 9th, 8 o'clock, Live Wire Lounge. And then, like I was saying, we're already booked for the Jericho Cruise. That's February 2023, like the very first week in February. And then we've got a handful of other things kind of just like waiting for the hammer and the nail, you know?
I definitely got you. I definitely hope all of it works out for you guys. If anyone is curious, where can they check you guys out online if they can't make it out today?
Yes, we are on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, at Vaudettes. I think Instagram is the best place to follow us. We are on there all the time, all the content, all the videos, all the updates for shows, music videos, whatever we're doing. You can also check out our website, Vaudettes.com, or our YouTube channel, The Vaudettes. We're posting stuff everywhere. I mean, we love videos, we love our content, we love our photos. And yeah, we're gonna have some new merch dropping too.
Awesome,
Am I
definitely.
forgetting anything?
I think you hit all of it. No. Well, again, if everyone has a dirty bike, please come out. 2 days going
Dirty
on
bikes.
at Motoblot, the vintage bikini car wash. Hang out with these lovely Vaudettes here. We thank you guys so much. Awesome time hanging out with you guys here on Super Cool Radio Live.
Thank you. Yeah, this was awesome, Matt. Thank you.
Of course. For the Vaudettes, I'm your host, as always, Matthew Thomas. Thank you so much for watching here live on Super Cool Radio. And remember, stay frosty.
Come a little bit closer before we begin. Let me tell you how I want it and exactly what I need. I'm here for one drug. I'm only here for one.